head to the moon. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone.
The undisputed heavyweight champions of the NZNBL are on the ropes, and now they face a tough test against the informed Taranaki Airs. Will the Wellington Saints come out swinging, or are they on their way to a knockout blow? No mai hara mai, hello and welcome to TSB Stadium for the NZNBL Round 6 action. Proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. Great to have you with us. Justin Nelson here, right alongside me, Brooke Rusco. We've seen it all so far in round 6, and why not continue with this one tonight?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and it's so rare that we get to this point of the season and the Saints are in this position. But what I will say, Justin, is superstar alert. Xavier Cooks has made his way into the country, triple-double in his first game the other night, and I'm so glad that he's running it back again tonight.
Well, it's the second of a big double on Sunday, and how about the game leading into this one? The Jets, they're on the board. First win, they're off the bottom. Well done to Coach Natu and the team at the Jets.
Yeah, huge one just to get one on the board, and you know they're down there with the Saints at the moment, so must win once again for the Saints. But on the other side of things, the Franklin Bulls really need to get back into that winning circle. Won the first two and now dropped 4 in a row.
Absolutely, and the Giants, the big winners in round 6, they completed the Southern Swing, and have a look at them, up to second on the table. Games coming up. Well, round 6 continues tomorrow with more NZNBL action. Of course, it is Monday public holiday, 3 p.m. Tuatara and the Jets will be up and about.
Oh, they'll be fizzing at the bit to run this one back again tomorrow. Huge win a couple minutes ago, but that Auckland Tuatara team at the moment leading the league for a reason. They'll be looking to run that one back.
Round 7 starts on Thursday, Hawks and Sharks. The Sharks badly needing a win. Saints starters tonight, well, the same unit that hit the floor against the Rams on Friday night, but they've got some work to do. 16-point swing in that game. The Saints went down. They're 1-5 on the season. Let's hear from Coach Guy Malloy.
Xavier had a triple-double in his first game against the Rams on Friday. What has he done for your team?
Well, he's a phenomenal basketball talent and a really good locker room leader as well, so he plays both ends. I mean, let's face it, he's a superstar. He's going to help us out, and yeah, triple-double first game on the back of one light training was pretty impressive.
The Airs have started a little streak of their own. What are you doing to stop this?
Well, they're difficult to guard. I mean, three scorers, I think, in the top 11 or 12 in the league, so they're a handful all over the floor, and we just don't have our defensive identity set yet, and as we've added people into the team, we've kind of had a series of band-aid measures, I think, so we're really trying to find what our defensive identity is, and we've got to really find it quickly and knuckle down and get the game to a score that we can beat.
Good luck.
Is it make or break for the Saints right here tonight?
We'll get into that point. I don't know if it's make or break just yet, because the Saints can go on a run and they can win 6, 7, 8 games in a row, but you want to get to a point where you're not fighting every single game, and I don't know if it's a make or break just yet, but it's getting close for the Saints.
Speaking of winning games in a row, the Airs looking for their 3rd win in a row on their home deck. Roger Hilliard, Davison, Douglas and Wynyard, the starters tonight. Let's catch up with Trent Adam now.
A big win against the tough Nuggets team last week. What are you doing to keep this winning streak alive?
Yeah, we're still trying to be the best version of ourselves, obviously bringing people in. We haven't had Marcel play with us, and he's playing tonight. So it's just a matter of us sort of carrying on the path that we've taken to try and be the best version of ourselves, picking up the defensive sort of intensity, and we'll sort of see where that gets us.
Xavier Cooks had a triple-double in his first game on Friday night against the Rams. What are you doing to contain him this game?
Yeah, it's great to have someone of Xavier's ability in the league. He sort of turned up with much fanfare, and he sort of proved that he deserved that. So we're going to have to pay particular attention to him. His playmaking ability is something for a guy his size is very unique to the league. So that's going to cause us some questions, and hopefully we've got the answers for that tonight.
Good luck.
Yeah, no doubt all eyes on Xavier Cooks tonight. What a start to his NBL career on Friday night.
Absolutely, and how good is it to welcome someone in of that caliber and that talent into this league? It's just going from strength to strength to strength.
Well, there's some head-to-head stats for you, and the big one for me is the Saints need to work on the glass.
Yeah, and with the team that they've got, it just doesn't, the numbers aren't aligning with me at the moment. You've got the likes of, Xavier Cooks has just come in, so we'll give him a pass at the moment, but they've got a big squad. Tommy Vodanovic, Jordan Natai, Dane Samuel, so they've got a big, strong squad. They need to clean up those boards, and not only defensively, go down offensively, get some boards, get some easy putbacks, and just keep their scoreboard ticking over.
Well, speaking of defense, that's one area that the Saints will want to clean up. They give up 96.5 points a game. Let's have a look at the officials in this one. And it's been a busy time for the officials. I saw in the earlier game today, the Bulls and the Jets, Tim Brown went down with a calf injury.
You got to stretch.
So
you got to stretch before you get out there, refs.
hope he's okay. Matt Bathurst, Taylor Amundsen, Sharon Martin are the officials for this one. Sunday evening action in the Cells NBL, proudly brought to you by GJ Gardner Homes. It certainly has been a busy round so far. The Airs, they're 3-3 on the season, Brooke. Now, I just want to take you back, a little bit of reminiscing with you before we get into this one. In 2018, the Airs won 3 games for the entire season.
Yep.
In 2019, they won 3 games for the entire season. Scratch 2020 with the showdown. Last year, they won 2 games for the entire season. They win this one here against the Saints, and there's no bigger scalp in the Cells NBL than the Saints. They're going to be in rare territory.
That's a fact. The thing with this team, though, is that you might see a lot of faces that you've seen before, but they've welcomed in a couple imports who have been amazing. Ty Wynyard, he has been there for a few years, but his body is slimmed down. He looks like he's gone to another level. Carlin Davidson's grown a little bit older, and they've welcomed in Richie Roger, point guard, just controlling the pace, controlling the team. And, man, they're firing on all cylinders at the moment. They dropped those first 3, but, man, they rallied off 3 in a row.
Another massive crowd in here at TSB Stadium. How have the crowds been in season 22?
And rightfully so too. I think the product that we're putting out on the court at the moment is second to none in terms of what we've had over the last few years. We've got some hoopers out here at the moment. Our Kiwis are playing great basketball, but the imports to a T have come over and they've lit this league alive.
Just saw Anthony Hillard there wearing number 18 for the Airs, going at 28.5 points a game. 5 triples, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He is absolutely blowing teams away at the moment.
Yeah, he's dynamite. He's been amazing. He's welcomed into this team with open arms the way that he is playing. But not only that, the crowd right here, they could come and watch Carlin Davidson alone for that one highlight that he is capable of putting forward. And the guy that he's jumping up against, we talked about this before and we'll say it a few times in this broadcast, I can guarantee you, but superstar alert Xavier Cooks. We hope he makes it the whole way through the season, but there's every chance that he is off to the NBA. But while we've got him, 100% we're going to enjoy him.
Looking forward to this one. The Saints are in a territory that they don't often exist in. 1-5 on the season. They're at home to the Sharks next week in round 7. The Sharks are 2-5.
Which is, once again, rare territory for both these teams. We're so used to seeing them at the top of the ladder. And if you look at their starting 5 of the Wellington States, run by Guy Malloy, they've got a squad.
Ready to go in this one. Sunday night action in the Cells NBL. Strap yourselves in. Saints and the Airs. Who have you got, Brooke?
Oh, I got the Saints. Who have you got?
No, I'm going with the Saints as well. I think they're going to come out and fire up in this one. Here we go. Underway. Hilliard, early look at a 3. Wow. I just said moments ago, averaging 5 a game. Keep the eye out for the league's top scorer. What a way to start.
And he'll give it to you in so many ways. How do you want it? He'll give it to you. He can get to the rim. He's strong. He can get to the free throw line. Mid-range jumper. I've seen him hit a few mid-ranges as well. And he can step outside with that 3. And there he is on the other end.
With a steal. Away they come. With pace. Looking for Davison getting up. And in the end, he may have just collected Tommy Vodanovic there. Quick shake of the hand. An apology.
Was that a foul?
It was a foul. Just collected him on the arm there. More to the point, Hilliard for 3, and then that pace up the floor.
They're pushing the pace. Don't give the Saints a chance to set up.
Mike Smith just 7 points against the Rams on Friday night. Shot 3 of 15. He needs to lift in this one. Maybe a start here. Short, no, gets the shooter's roll. That's the start the Saints fans wanted from Mike Smith.
Absolutely, and just to see one go through. Scorers know this. If you see one go through, your eyes light up a little bit more and just take the lid off the rim real quick.
Roger up for the big fella, Ty Wynyard.
And that's what we talked about with Richie Roger as well. Just plays the game at his pace, did a good job of getting him on his hip. Found big Ty Wynyard, who we talked about a little bit earlier, slimmed down and strong on the rim.
Now he has to play defense on Xavier Cooks. First shot for Cooks.
He's good there, guy.
He's good. 22 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists against the Rams. Wasn't enough though on Friday night. Here's Hilliard for another triple. Why not? Anthony Hilliard has started on fire.
It's a quick release too. You can't give him any space, and now he's seen a couple go down. You really got to get out, and so I said before, he'll give it to you how you want it. Don't be surprised seeing an up fake and he gets on the rim.
Well, he's made an early statement here, has Hilliard. Jordan Nartai getting his first touch in the game, and he's one player that Saints coach Guy Malloy will want to get going here tonight.
Wants to and needs to get going. Jordan's on what we call a contract year. Jordan needs to be big and not settle. Find some rhythm, or find the open man.
As he did. Darnay Samuel for three. Good opening minutes here for both teams. If this is an indication of what's to come, strap yourselves in. Carlin Davison can't get past Cooks. Turnover. Smith picks it up. Away to the races. The Saints pulls up for three. Can't get the roll on that occasion. And Hilliard back the other way just as quick. Up and in! What a finish by Douglas with the assist, Carlin Davison.
And the pace of this game, the way these boys have come out on both ends, quick shots, not allowing defense to sit up. Well, for a highlight game.
You fell off your seat. The Airs with an early highlight. Man, you thought you were back out there, Cook Rusco. I saw you jump up.
Well, watching these boys play, I'm glad I'm not out there at the moment.
Mike Smith hard to the basket, can't finish, and back come the Airs. Definitely an up-tempo game. Hilliard, he's already hit two, he's hit three. Wow.
Cooking. That's the reason that he leads the league in scoring.
That is smoking hot stuff from Anthony Hilliard. Here's Darnay Samuel, one from the corner. Can't complete. Look at this man go. Up and going again. Douglas wants a piece of the action. In and out. Foul on Davison. That's his second. Anthony Hilliard, 3 of 3 from downtown. And zero hesitation on all 3 shots.
There's a reason that he leads the league in scoring.
Have a look at this. What a setup, Davison.
And they're playing at such a nice pace.
Yeah, they are.
Such a nice pace at the moment, this Naki team. And it's the reason that they won 3 in a row.
13-7. Early going. Bogdanovic wants it down low. Telfa all over him. Gets the travel call. Tommy sprawled across the deck.
And Tommy's extremely capable down there. Can go off either shoulder, can step back and fade away, but his preferred is over that left shoulder right hook, and they obviously scouted that extremely well, and they were right there for that double.
The Sky Sport commentary nickname for Scott Telfer is the Pest. And and for good reason.
That's on cue. Jet Thompson can have that one too.
Here's Marcel Jones back in the lineup, returning from injury. There he is, right on cue. Scotty Telfer with the putback.
And Marcel Jones is out there now as well, so another scorer that's welcomed into this team. And Marcel a little bit older now, and the way Hilliard's playing, Marcel's such a scorer. You just want to make sure that he finds everybody else as well.
Well, Mike Smith has been taken out of the game here. Johnny Halou is in there. Points hard to come by, shots hard to come by, slapped out of play. Saints will get it back, and I dare say that change, Halou for Smith, is courtesy of the fact of what we've seen from Anthony Hilliard.
Yeah, he's come out and he's firing on all cylinders as the Airs look to set up a 2-3 zone here off this baseline inbound, sorry.
Good start from the home team.
Or maybe it's a 1-3-1.
They have taken care of the Nuggets and the Sharks the last 2 times out here at TSB Stadium. Nartai open 3. This would be handy. Can't get the roll.
Look at the pace that they're coming back down here. Hayes Walker is a huge addition off the bench as well. He started the last couple of seasons, but the squad that they put together, and you have the likes of Hazy coming off the bench, It's a big boost for this Ayers team.
Foul on Kenneth Tuppen off the ball, just impeding Marcel Jones. There's a real feeling, dare I say it, pardon the pun, in the air at the moment.
Couldn't help it, could you? It looks like they're playing with a belief, with a confidence that I haven't seen in the Taranaki years. And man, a couple years now, they're playing with extreme confidence, and they just need to maintain that. 3 in a row, though, they deserve it. And if you can stop this man, it's going to help you out.
Knocked out of play. It will be a Saints ball. Early stages of this Sunday night clash. Great crowd in here. The kids, the families enjoying the Cells NBL. They won't enjoy that if it drops. And at the moment, the Saints can't buy a basket.
And very similar to the Saints game the other night against the Rams, settling for a lot of three-pointers. They're so big, they're so strong, they're so dynamic. In my opinion, they can get to the rim a lot more than they are.
Oh, here he goes again. Rare miss, only miss so far for Hilliard. The 35-year-old. Hilou back the other way.
Great
Just
take.
what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, great taking. If you're Johnny Hilou, you've got to take the pressure off some of these scorers as well and get in those bonus buckets like that. Huge buckets.
So maybe a steadier there for the Saints. Hilliard to Douglas. Douglas, baseline drive, surrounded. Defensively, the Saints stand tall on that occasion.
Yeah, solid defense there from the Saints. And they're talking about finding their defensive identity. And
that's better.
That's Saints basketball right there. Strong on one end, get out on the break. You got the likes of Tommy Vodanovic and Xavier Cooks and Thane Samuel running down the middle and getting those easy baskets.
And Vodanovic, one of the best rim runners in the competition too, as you just saw. Margin back to 4. Walker had a look, gets it back, fumbles it. Loose ball, Douglas comes up with it. But I think the shot clock may have sounded, it has. So the Saints rewarded defensively. Xavier Cooks takes a break.
That's better defense there too. Better defense there from the Saints, which we haven't seen in a while. Strong, stayed in front, fought over screens. Case Walker, I thought, had the opportunity to shimmy and make some space and could have taken that 3, but looked for the pass and cut and just fumbled the ball a little bit, but a little bit tighter on defense there from the Wellington Saints.
Well, the clock is ticking down to June 29. Brooke, the Ta'ihi Basketball Aotearoa competition tips off in just a few short weeks. GJ Gardner-Holmes supporting the league along with Sky Sport. Every game live. And of course, we were talking to a couple of the Southern Hoiho players last night, and they are pumped.
Absolutely, and so they should be, rightfully so as well. I'm so glad that we're at the point now in 2022 where we can televise every game, but they're also making the exact same amount of money
parity
as the men that we're seeing out here as well, and rightfully so. And it gives us the chance to see some of our tall ferns who have been doing amazing things overseas to apply their work back home, and we can see the product that they can put out.
And about 15 international players from across the world coming into that competition as well.
And coaches as well. So it's going to be an exciting league, and I can't wait for it to kickstart.
Of course, Tali Bevilacqua, the Aussie, coming from the States.
Huge names. Huge names.
Well, the Ayers with the early running here against the Saints. Here's Johnny Hilou. Just feels like the Saints have steadied the last couple of minutes, though. Look at Scotty Telfer. Nearly forced a turnover. Samuel called into action from the short corner. Big O-board from Tommy V, who finishes.
And that's what you're going to get from Big Tommy. Heart and hustle all day long. He's strong. He's athletic. Oh, great pass.
And a finish from Marcel. Quickly puts the hand up to say thank you.
Richie Rogers is playing at his own pace. Not rushing anything.
Natai. Another look from deep. Big rebound underneath and a finish. Killer KT, if you don't mind.
And the Ayers just need to tidy this up. Couple O-boards, back-to-back O-boards. Tommy got the other one and one right there. And, you know, it's 5 points right there. If they tidy that right up, the Saints could be sitting on 8 points right now.
Well, that's a captain's basket.
It is. And, you know, we're in the first quarter at the moment, but the Saints, with all due respect, just aren't playing with the same rhythm and fluidity that we're so used to them playing with. So, you know, these buckets at the moment, and that's just not tonight, sorry, that's, you know, the season as it's been so far, those captain's knocks are huge.
And he converts from the Razim line as well. Johnny Halou with some pressure. I like this. This is a more aggressive look from the Saints. 1-5 on the season. Moments before this game, they moved to the bottom of the table with the Jets beating the Bulls at the Stockyard.
Have we ever seen that in round 6?
No, I don't think so.
With the Saints?
Not for a long time. There's Ty Wynyard back to the basket. Oh, big finish by Douglas, won't count. He came from the clouds.
He did. They're athletic. Carlin Davison, probably the most athletic man in this league, is on the bench, and you got someone like this cleaning up boards like that. It's an athletic team.
Well, I know we've been talking about Anthony Hilliard in this opening quarter for good reason, mind you. He's been on fire.
He's got 9 points already.
But don't sleep on Javonte Douglas. Last week against the Nuggets, he went for 19 in the last quarter.
Yeah, he tidied everything up.
Oh, by the way, the Nuggets went for 18 in the last quarter.
It's not bad, you'll take that. But some of these wins that the Airs have got have been against big teams. Maybe the Sharks, Nuggets, who we've been extremely impressed with.
Imagine going home and ringing the family after that game and saying, oh yeah, I beat the Nuggets in the last quarter. Oh, well done, son. No, I beat the Nuggets in the last quarter.
Yeah. Are they paying you enough there, son? That's what you'll be asking next.
There's Johnny Halou. Oh, errant pass, turnover. The Saints didn't need that.
And this is where the Saints struggled the other night, jumping into that 2-3 zone. The Rams played 2-3 zone the entire game. And the Airs look like they're going to bounce on the back of that too and jump into a 2-3 zone there and a quick turnover.
We talked about the experience of this Airs team as well. A great pass inside. Ty Wynyard cleans it up well. Fantastic finish.
Just too easy.
That margin back out to 4.
When they're back into the zone.
Richie Roger proving his value in the last couple of minutes. Now Kenneth Tuffin loves a corner 3. Can't convert on this occasion. Just getting back to that experience. Hilliard 35, Marcel Jones 36. I don't know if Auntie has suited up for this. What a basket. Javonte Douglas, where did that come from?
So he's strong, big, athletic.
Man.
The average age of this Airs team, though, if it wasn't for Carlin Davison, might be around about 35.
I was going to say, Auntie's not out there at the moment. He's 40. Here's Hilliard. Coast to coast. Anthony Hilliard has dominated this opening quarter.
Has he what? It's 11 for him now. Going to the line for potentially 12 in this first quarter. He's good, this guy.
I remember chatting to Airs GM Mitch Langton when they recruited Anthony Hilliard. And he said one thing, and it was enough for me. This guy's a walking bucket.
Well, I can see that. I can see that. Doesn't hesitate at all. We talked about it before. He'll give it to you how you want it, how you want to play him. You want to get up and in. He'll get to the rim. You give him a little bit of space. Any daylight, he's firing that thing, and started this game 3 or 4 from deep.
You'll notice I was very measured when I said that as well. Try saying walking bucket 3 times quickly.
No. I'll leave that to you.
And just like that, the Airs are out by 9. It was 2 points barely 90 seconds ago.
And they're back into the zone.
Well, they saw that from the Rams on Friday night, didn't they? Great pass inside. Halou, it ends up with Cooks, who's met by Wynyard for the block. And the Airs will come up with it. What did you think of the Airs zone? Well, look at this. Here's the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Anthony Hilliard, what an opening quarter. Well, the Rams zone on Friday night.
It served its purpose.
Yeah.
There was a worrying sign there in the third and early in the fourth that the Saints might run away with it, but they stuck to their guns and they stayed in that zone. And they paid dividends. They got that win at the end.
Marcel trying to bullock his way through. The Saints thought it was their possession. Probably a fair question. Xavier Cooks laughs it off now. Ball comes in. There's Douglas. Marcel in the corner. Flat three comes up short.
And a chance for a 2-for-1 here.
Winnietta Mulverhill goes to the corner for Tommy V. Winnietta Mulverhill cleans it up, steps around, and does everything but finish.
Just a little bit of a lid on the basket here at the moment for the Wellington Saints. Definitely not down the other end, and Anthony Hilliard's proven that.
Dying seconds of this opening quarter. It's belonged to the Airs. Up tempo, tough zone. Hard to the basket, some big shots and highlights. Javonte Douglas gets the roll. What a finish. Late shot from the Saints will come up short. Wow, look at that.
11-point lead. They came out, they were aggressive from the start. Yeah, when you play someone like the Wellington Saints, you almost have to punch them in the mouth first, and they did exactly that.
Well, maybe two punches. The Airs leading this one early by 11. We'll pick it all apart on the other side of this break.
JC, where is he, JC? Chris Elvin, he didn't make his way down here to the court. Chris Elvin, come on down, brother. Here he is. Let's give it up for Chris Elvin. He is one of our local policemen here in Taranaki. So basically, you got to go start down at the baseline down there. Oh, he's giving me the look, he's giving me the stink eye. So all you got to do, Chris, is run that good ball, do a layup, whatever. You got 10 seconds, ready, set, go. Just hurry up. You got 2 balls to do. Let's go. Go. Here he is. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Lay it up. Or shoot him. Now keep going. Oh my gosh. Yes. No. Keep going. All right, go to the next one, Leave the ball down. Oh my gosh. I'm going to shoot it. Terrible. Keep going. The shoot's in. You got 20 seconds. Keep going. Shoot it from anywhere. Oh my gosh.
Quarter time here at TSB Stadium, New Plymouth. And have a look at that. The Airs aiming for their 4th win of the season, their 3rd in a row. And right now, they have the early running in this one.
Yeah, and they're playing the numbers as well. They jumped into this 2-3 zone, which we saw the Canterbury Rams play against the Saints, and it was extremely effective. And currently the Saints shooting the 3, 1 of 9. So, you know, you play it so you make them make the shot.
Well, mark it down. Every team is going to be playing a zone against the Saints from what we've seen so far. Natai with the putback. That's a good start for the visitors.
And that's much better from Jordan Natai. Gets to the rim. In that zone, what you need to do is attack, get into the seams. That's just too easy.
Great finish. Richie Roger just floated in the air, didn't he? We've seen some dramatic swings in games.
Oh, absolutely.
In round 6, and it's going to take a big one here for the Saints to get up. Mike Smith back into the action, was dragged early in this game. Dribbles back out of trouble. Natai, corner, Vodanovic. Short on the iron. And again, that up-tempo speed coming back from the Airs. 9 fast break points.
And you play the numbers. This Wellington Saints team is so big, so strong. If they get inside, they're probably going to win the game. But currently they're shooting 1 of 10 from 3. And if you're the Airs, you almost dare them to keep taking it. That's too easy.
Good
That's
pace
what they need
there.
to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Found a lane, went hard. Mike Smith off the glass, brings it back to 9. Davison on the back cut, gets up and did enough just to drop it in. He's an excitement machine, the 18-year-old. It's the second time I've seen you out of your seat today. Great handoff. Vodanovic to Natai.
And it's that easy. You know, when you're not settling, Mike Smith's done a good job of getting over the screens, drawing one. There's a hockey assist. But that's what they need to do. Keep getting into the paint.
Davison wears the foul. Dougal Meter with the hand. And he finishes the young man. He's off to the Resine stripe.
Yeah, you got to force him back into that screen there. Force him back to your defense. No help on that side. Cullen's so big and so athletic. It's an easy one for him.
And defense has been a problem so far this season for the Saints. #1 defensive team in recent years.
Yep.
At the moment, going at nearly 97 points per game against. It's the worst in the league.
And it's just such a different Wellington Saints team. And I think, you know, over the last few years, last year they had Dion Brewster, who was an absolute stalwart on defense, and we all know what Shea Ili can do, and he's been there for a few years before that. So, you know, you still expect the Saints to be strong defensively, especially with the team that we can see out there, but just not reflecting at the moment.
And the shot's not dropping as Xavier Cooks misses another. He's 1 of 4.
But I like that look. He got into the paint.
Now he's showing his handles. Smith just keeps it away from the grasp of Davison. Here's Ngatai. Well. Jordan Ngatai, just 2 points against the Rams. 0 of 4 shooting from the field. All of a sudden, he's starting to land some blows.
You know why I like that one, Justin? Is because he got to the paint a couple times. He saw the ball go in with some easy buckets. Got to the rim, put back, cut behind the defense, got another layup. You see a couple go through, that 3 there suddenly becomes a lot easier.
Lead at 8 now. Inside, Vidanovic going hard on Marcel Jones, who may have just clipped him. You can see Marcel's reaction. These eyes are wide open. You got to blink at some stage, Marcel. You got to blink. Timeout is by 8.
You know the other thing that this does, though, with the Saints actually getting on the rim and not forcing up these 3-pointers, is they're finishing, but the Airs are having to take the ball out of the rim. They can't get out in transition. They can't get out and run. They already have 9 fast break points in that first quarter, and it's taking the pace of the game away from the Airs, and vice versa. Wellington's getting the ball. They're getting out and run. Mike Smith's doing a good job of creating. Jordan Ngatai's getting on the rim. This is kind of the Saints of old. They're finding a little bit of rhythm here in the first 3 minutes.
And we're always learning, aren't we, in the Cells NBL. I've just learned, do not get into a staring game with Marcel Jones. You got no chance.
You're going to lose that one every single time. I can vouch for that.
As the fans in here for this Sunday evening game, they love their Airs, and they certainly love them when they're up and about and winning. I mentioned it at the top of the game, Brooke, but if you take out the 2020 showdown, in the last 3 seasons, the Airs have won just 8 games.
Yeah, well, they're slowly finding a rhythm in this season, and they're putting a product out there at the moment that the fans want to come and see.
Absolutely. And it's a final 6. It's a great final system we've got in season 22. If the Airs make that final 6, look out, because they will travel in big numbers to the big smoke.
Absolutely.
Back underway, second quarter action in the Cells NBL. Kenneth Tuffin over the top of Davison. Can't finish. Vidanovic just mistimed his rebound. And back come the Airs. Marcel Jones down low over the top of Jordan Ngatai. You just sense that Ngatai, after a slow start to this season, is starting to find his groove. Big block by Javonte Douglas. Jones back the other way, scoops it in for 2.
And that's his bread and butter right there. That right hook shot's, it's almost a guaranteed 2 points, and he's been doing that in this league for years and years and years now. Mike Smith, he needs to stay being aggressive though. Got to the rim, athletic block down one end, but he's doing a good job of pressuring the defense at the moment.
Well, taken out of the game early in this one, and he just looks like he's got a little bit of anger now.
Yeah. And this is the man who needs to get a shot here for the Airs. You know, we're 4 minutes into this quarter and hasn't got a shot up yet. Leading scorer in the league, Anthony Hillard's got 12 at the moment already, but they need to go and find him.
He's on fire in the opening quarter. Here's Cooks. Speaking of needing something, up he goes and floats it in off that left.
Just makes it look so easy. That's a tough shot.
4 points, 6 rebounds, triple-double on Friday night against the Rams. Welcome to the Cells NBL. Hilliard with some handles, now backing down Kenneth Tuffin, one of the best defenders in the competition. Pressure on. How's the finish from Hilliard over the top of Tuffin?
Hey, I said we need to go and get him a shot in. Must have been listening.
No, you called it.
This man can keep shooting too. Xavier Cooks he makes it look easy, but that left runner that he just had before over the outstretched hand is extremely tough. And Mike Smith, great job of putting your head down, getting to the rim.
Hayes Walker with the foul. Just watching Mike Smith here, animated. He knows he's got the call, doesn't he?
I think he's talking about the goal team before. He thought he got to the rim, and I think maybe that's what he's talking about. Javonte Douglas came through on the weak side and blocked the shot. I think he might have thought it was a goal team.
He's having a long conversation. Oh, got a thumbs up at the end. Okay, that's good. I was wondering where it was going. I think you always look for a thumbs up at some stage, don't you?
Especially if you're a ref.
Makes the first.
Apparently his shoes. So one of his best friends is Jimmy Butler, and
yes,
apparently Jimmy Butler sent him over with a ridiculous amount of pairs of, could be wrong here, but I think there's a Lee Nings and those are Jimmy Butler's, and it's one of his best friends. They travel around Europe when they're not playing basketball together.
Well, those kicks are almost blending into the Rosine stripe as well. They may get lost. Leads at 8. So the Saints are hovering. Ty Wynyard with some strength backing down. Here's Smith for 3. Mike Smith. Well, there you go. We talked about that aggression, that anger. We're starting to see it.
And it starts down the other end. Great defense there from Dane. Got the rebound, out and ran. Mike Smith was there again with the help.
Back to 5. Walker for 3. We know he can nail these. Battle underneath. Darnay Samuel comes up with it. Mike Smith away again. He wants more. Goes to the basket. Where's the foul? And he'll go and have a look at another couple from the coloured stripe of Rosine.
And he's just jumped into the do-it-yourself box, and he's taken over this quarter, and they needed that.
Well, you're right. This is exactly what the Saints needed. We saw in his first couple of games what he was capable of, Mike Smith, and I think he would have been as disappointed as any with his performance on Friday night. 3 of 15 shooting, 7 points. As we saw in the opening minutes of this game, Hilliard came out and went 1, 2, 3, and all of a sudden Smith had to sit down and just take stock of what was going on.
Well, it's like he's woken up in the second quarter and he's taken over this second quarter. He's out to 9, make that 10 points, a quick 10 points from him, 7 points in the second quarter already. But he's just playing with an aggression. He's controlling the pace, but starts on the other end. Defensively, the Saints have just woken up a little bit more. They've got their help side defense going at the moment, forcing tough shots. Communication looks a lot better at the moment as well. They're fighting over screens and they're doing a good job of slowing down Hilliard. He's not even getting shots up at the moment.
18-10 second quarter by the Saints. They have responded. Here's Hilliard, started well. His last couple of shots have been a bit wayward from deep.
And another good defensive position there from Jordan Natai, fought over.
Here he goes again with the assist to Samuel. Up strong, Vidanovic had plenty of black singlets around him. And the numbers won out.
I like the shot though. Got 2 feet into the paint. Mike Smith once again found the open shooter. Dane, extremely capable shooter.
Big bodies going hard at it, and Ty Wynyard's called for the offensive foul. Tommy V just taps him on the leg and says thank you. What a contest that was. That is one sandwich, Brooke, you do not want to get in the middle of.
Oh, absolutely. I played with Tommy last year, and he's a chirper. He'll tell you about it. But he's going to give you heart and hustle every single night. And I'm glad that he's coming back home to play for the Breakers as well. Good signing for the New Zealand Breakers, some local talent.
Timeout. Saints starting to claw this one back. Taihi Basketball Aotearoa, with thanks to GJ Gardner Homes and Sky Sport, tipping off on June 29. Can't wait for that competition to start. 5 brand new teams, new logos, new designs, new colours, new names, everything. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And hopefully it's the start of something very, very special and exciting for the growth of women's basketball here in New Zealand. Hopefully, you know, our next generation see this happening and they think, you know what, there is an opportunity, there's an avenue for me to do something that I want to do and I love to do, and you know, I want to play basketball as well.
Speaking of looking ahead, we need look no further than tomorrow afternoon in the Cells NBL. Holiday Monday action coming your way. If you haven't got your tickets yet, it was a sellout last game at Event Finder on the shore. Make sure you check this one out tomorrow afternoon from 3 p.m. Tuatara and the Jets. If you can't get there, I think you and I are out there. No, you got the day off.
I got the day off tomorrow.
Enjoy that.
I'll be watching though.
Triple time, isn't it?
Apparently, time and a half day in lieu.
I think Casey Frank has drawn the short straw. We're heading out for that one tomorrow. Tuatara and the Jets. And the Jets, if you haven't heard the news, they are probably still celebrating in the sheds at the stockyard at the moment because they have defeated the Bulls this afternoon by 8 points.
Great win for them. Tough one tomorrow. The Tuatara are just looking classy at the moment, but there's going to be a game tomorrow.
Ngatai with the quick shot out of the timeout. Back to 3 with 3 minutes to play in this second quarter. And look, there'll be plenty of Saints fans watching in right now from the Capitol. They would have been fairly worried at quarter time, but the signs have been better in this second quarter.
Yeah, they've tidied everything up. You know, defensively where it all starts, and then on the offensive end, Mike Smith really taking the ball game into his own and pushed the pace of it, controlled the pace, got to the rim a lot more, and when they're doubling, he's doing a great job of getting 2 feet into the paint, finding the open man.
Here's Wynyard on the spin. Tommy Vodanovic with the foul, and he's not happy at all. Need to see that again, but Wynyard certainly took quite a number of steps.
He's a big body, huge body down there, and he's done a great job of getting back into a basketball body as well. I'd say that Ty Wynyard over the last couple of years would say this as well, that he hasn't been in the best shape of his career, but what he's putting forward this year, what he must have done in the off season, he should be extremely proud of himself.
Going at 18 points and 11 rebounds a game, shooting it at 55%, and he's #1 in the league for offensive rebounds, just a tick under 5 per game.
He's doing a great job.
Misses on the second, but Richie Roger keeps it alive. Scotty Telfer's back out there. So the Airs back with another chance off those misses. Here's Douglas pulling up, doesn't get the roll on that occasion. Mike Smith has been lively in this second quarter. Toughen now. Back to his point guard, trying to find some space. Vodanovic wants it inside, skip pass, just made its way to Toughen for 3.
And they're rolling. The Airs maybe haven't scored in, I'm not sure what the exact number is, but it feels like it's been 5-6 minutes since we've seen the Airs get, you know, a bucket going through, and the last one I can remember is Marcel with the baby hook. They've slowed down the league leading scorer.
It is 37 apiece. That scoreboard will tick over shortly. 21-10. Second quarter by the Saints. And all of a sudden, this momentum shift has the visitors up and about.
Quickly too. And the other thing that they're doing is they're not allowing the Airs to get second chance rebounds. We talked about this before the game. The Airs done a great job. I think the leading rebounding team in the competition. And the Saints aren't giving them a chance to clean up the boards, get second chance, third chance opportunities. And in doing that, they're also not allowing the Airs to set up their defense on the other end. They're getting the ball, they're pushing the pace, that 2-3 zone, which has been a nightmare for the Saints over these last couple games. They haven't seen it.
And these are points right here that Coach Trent Adam will be bitterly disappointed that he's giving up. Unsportsmanlike foul. Mike Smith back to the Racine line for another couple. He's been pretty good from there so far in this game. His second quarter has been excellent. He's 6 of 6 from the Racine line. So, and the Saints get possession, of course. So not only have they tied it up, they've taken the lead and they've got a chance to push further ahead.
Huge quarter. 21-10 right now in terms of the second quarter.
In fact, that may just blow out to 23-10 after those 2 foul shots. Here's Tuffin, has nailed one from one side and delivers from the other.
And the confidence is growing as well. Xavier Cooks can eat up his own any point he wants. He's so nimble, athletic, can read the game well.
Marcel Jones off the glass. Bread and butter stuff for the 36-year-old stalwart. Usually a walking double-double in the Cells NBL. Here's Mike Smith stepping back. How's the last 10 minutes been for the Saints point guard import?
12 points in the second quarter now.
Marcel steps around Samuel. Douglas, big three-pointer, exactly what the Airs needed heading into the half.
And look, Mike Smith get up a quick one here, 2-for-1 opportunity.
And he knows it. He fires away and he makes it. Mike Smith has absolutely got the Saints back into this game.
Oh, he's lifted it alive.
Now the pressure on the Airs, reaching in Jordan Nartai. Let's have a look at the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Javonte Douglas, great setup by Marcel Jones. We know how quickly Douglas can score.
Absolutely, he can light it up.
Well, you've got to be impressed with this fight back by the Saints. We're going to get a late timeout here. In fact, we may have a technical foul. Jordan Nartai, I think, has been called for the technical. He heads to the bench with his team. You can see the frustration on his face. Coach Guy Malloy having a chat to the referees. We'll see what the play is when we come out of this timeout, but I'm fairly sure that Nartai's just picked up a technical.
Yeah, I missed that. I think he could be right. I think he'd be spot on there. I'm not sure what for. Maybe speaking back to the ref or see something the ref didn't like. I'll miss what's happened there.
And as we just saw with the unsportsmanlike that sent Mike Smith to the line moments ago, these are incidents in the game. These are things that are telling you don't want to give away easy points in the Cells NBL this season.
Especially in such a close contest and going into the half, you want to get that rhythm and that momentum. You're absolutely right. It's been a huge quarter from the Saints, 15-31 right now. Blowing this out to a 5-point lead at the moment. And you're absolutely right. These are what we call bonus points, which you don't want to give away. But what I do like about it is the passion that Jordan Nartai is playing with. But, you know, on top of that, the Mike Smith that we've seen in this second quarter, I think is the Mike Smith that Wellington thought that they were going to get. 15 points. It's not just the points for me, though. He's absolutely controlled the pace of the second quarter. And he's allowed the likes of Xavier Cooks and Tom Vodanovich to get into the paint, find out their wide open shooters like Kenneth Tuffin, who's made a couple of threes in the second quarter as well. So, you know, Mike Smith has obviously been the catalyst of the second quarter, but in doing so, he's allowed the rest of his team to be great as well.
Well, if you've been sleeping over this long weekend, I know you and I haven't had much sleep. But the results so far in round 6, we go back to Thursday night. The Giants, 18-point swing, 6-point win over the Sharks down in Invercargill. Rams with a 16-point swing, beat the Saints on Friday night by 7. The Hawks and the Tuatara, what a battle that was late Saturday afternoon. The Aucklanders getting up by 11. Giants got the Nuggets last night in a 19-point swing. And then, of course, the Jets earlier on today, up by 8 at the Stockyard.
How good is the Cells NBL for 2022?
Incredible stuff. And as we saw, as we read through those results, there was a technical foul. So the Airs convert and they get another chance. Big block. Kenneth Tuffin met Marcel Jones. Dying seconds of the half. Mike Smith to take one last shot. Saints leaded by 4. We know he can shoot from a long way out. Gives up to Cooks. Cooks under pressure. Floater from the short corner is good. What a finish by the Saints. What a quarter by the visitors. Out to a 6-point lead. They have stormed back.
Superstar. We talked about it. Mike Smith taking over this quarter, but the guy who finished that off with a floater, tough floater as well. Going left, finished over the outstretched hand. That's an extremely tough shot. There's a reason that Xavier Cooks has had so much hype around him coming into this league.
A 33-16 quarter by the Saints, down by 11 at quarter time. They head into the half, up by 6. We'll have a look at all of the stats from an exciting opening half here right after this break. Don't go away.
Ladies and gentlemen, the third person.
Welcome back to TSB Stadium. Sal's NBL action proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. The Saints storming back into it in that second quarter. They lead by 6. Great entertainment here at halftime, by the way. Huge crowd. And everyone's having a bit of fun. Maybe not as much fun as they were having at quarter time when they led by 11 the Airs. Justin Nelson and Brooke Brusco with you. Let's have a look at some of the stats because there's a bit to pick apart.
Yeah, absolutely. They might not be as happy, but I can guarantee you they're liking the product that they're seeing out there, you know, from the Saints and the Taranaki Airs.
Hilliard started on fire. Mike Smith, how's the second quarter from the Saints import guard? Very, very good. Tuffin has been doing his job as we come to expect. We'll tick over to the rebounds, and the rebounds is where I want to have a bit of a chat because the Airs are one of the best rebounding teams in the competition. The Saints are out rebounding them at the moment. The Airs are the best offensive rebounding team in the competition, the best for second chance points, usually going at over 13 a game. At the moment, just 2 second chance points. They are being beaten on the boards.
And we talked about this in the second quarter as well. Defensively, they tightened up, they locked up on everybody, but they did a great job of one chance opportunity. I think I saw maybe 2 offensive rebounds, which were just long rebounds as well. So, you know, they locked up and they tightened up everywhere.
There's a look at the blocks, and we'll bring up the steals for you as well to halftime. There's a couple there amongst the teams. Hilliard leading scorer for the Airs with 15, as we said, and Mike Smith at 18 for the Saints. The Saints down by 11 at quarter time. They lead by 6. Second half not too far away. Strap yourself in. We'll see you on the other side of this break.
Here he is. Oh, one more. Let's give him one more. I think he's got it. Let's go, Mr. Basketbol. Thank you very much, sir. 43-29. Taranaki is coming in from behind. You want to do a three-pointer? You want to do a three-pointer? Who's your favorite spot? All right, give me one from them. Ready? Here we go. Here we go, Ted. It's a long way. Ooh. Let's do it again, one more. Oh. Yeah. You're most welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ted Baldwin. Thank you very much, sir. Let's go, Yeti. Dunk it, Yeti. Dunk it.
Well, it was a 17-point swing in the second quarter here, and the Saints taking that lead at the half by 6. Sal's NBL action proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. Fantastic crowd at TSB Stadium for the late Sunday game. Brooke Rusco joining me in commentary, and how's the crowd?
Great crowd. We talked about this earlier.
All the kids.
The Naki, they want to be there for a reason, and you know, the game and the way, the product that the Taranaki Airs are putting on the floor at the moment, it's a reason to be there. They've packed out both sides. It looks like the top where the VIPs up the top there. It looks busy and looks like it's moving as well. So the Airs should be very proud of themselves.
We saw a little bit during the first half as well. The Yeti just working the room as he always
doing what he does.
He or she.
He or she, you're right.
Got no idea.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Certainly a fan favourite. Rightio, second half not too far away. What are your thoughts, Brooke? Because the first half was a tale of two quarters, and certainly the Airs got the jump, but the Saints right back in this one.
Yeah, absolutely right. It was the Mike Smith show in the second quarter and Anthony Hillard show in the first quarter. So, you know, who's going to take over this game in the second halftime, we'll tell. But if Mike Smith keeps pushing the pace the way that he is doing, allowing other players to play a role that they're, I guess, more adapted to and more used to, You know, Jordan Natai found a little bit of a rhythm there in that second quarter, got to the rim a couple of times, and in doing so, found himself wide open for a three-pointer, which he hit. You know, the guy who's really impressed me, we haven't really said his name too much, is Kenneth Tuffin.
Yeah, absolutely.
3 of 3, but he did a great job, 6 rebounds defensively. That's, you know, Kenneth Tuffin prides himself on defense, and then he came on and did a pretty good job on Anthony Hilliard, who was cooking at the start there, and kind of slowed him down, and in doing so,
Had a slow start to the season, Kenneth Tuffin. Was fouled out of 2 games consecutively, which was very much unlike him. Probably just overplaying. And then all of a sudden, the last few games, it feels like the skipper is just starting to find his rhythm again. Let's not forget, he was the league-leading three-point shooter, nearly 50% last season.
Yeah, he's been great. I think he's finding that rhythm that he had last year as well. Defensively, he does the job. He marked me last year, and it was about halfway through the second quarter, and I was ready to punch him. Wait, leave me alone, mate. I'm not that good that you need to be mucking me this closely.
Speaking of landing blows, of course, big game coming up. Holiday Monday tomorrow, 3 p.m. on the North Shore. The Auckland Tuatara in action against the high-flying Manawatu Jets. Looking forward to that one. The punches come thick and fast in a great way when it comes to Chris Johnson. 7 blocks last night.
Chris Johnson, there's a few players in this league. We've got stars in this league, don't get me wrong, but there's a few superstars in this league. Chris Johnson is most definitely one of them. 7 blocks, he also had 21 points, just over 10 rebounds, and if I'm being honest with you, they got the win. It's a quiet night for Chris Johnson.
At what stage did the Hawks maybe decide or not decide to stop driving Chris Johnson last night?
Yeah, he's so long, he's so athletic, his wingspan, it's
incredible.
It's surprising, and he's running around like he's 23. I played with him last year, I think. Chris, don't hate me on this, I think he'll be 36, 37.
36? Yeah, maybe we'll get a card to say, hey, don't call me 37. Well, set to go here for the second half. Saints out by 6. Looking a little bit further ahead. We like to do this in the Sal's NBL. The Airs are at home again next Friday night, taking on the Tuatara, so it doesn't get any easier. The Saints at home next Saturday. Looking forward to that one. 7:30 p.m. game. That one is also live on Prime across the country. They take on the Sharks.
The Saints need to reel off a few, and maybe, if they get this one, this is the start of building that momentum, and starting to ride this wave a little bit more, but they need to get over the hump. They need to see this one out.
Saints win this one. Next Saturday night, the Saints and the Sharks, who are fierce rivals, both go in at 2 and 5.
Which you never hear.
Never. Back underway, second half. Can the Airs strike early through Hilliard? No. As the Saints will quickly come back the other way and take their early opportunity through Darnay. Samuel gets the roll and the finish, and that lead out to 8.
That's beautiful basketball. They dodged the bullet down one end. They allowed Anthony Hilliard to get a wide open three-pointer, which you can't allow. Got lucky on that, but down the other end, strong seal under the rim from Darnay Samuel, and it's an easy bucket.
Richie Roger steps back out for the triple and makes it in true Richie Roger style.
That's a tough 3 as well, over the outstretched hand of an athletic Xavier Cooks. He looks to back down here.
Gets it back from Verdanovic.
But a lot of watching. They're in this 2-3 zone. Wellington have to move. They're just steering there. Especially when you have the likes of Darnay Samuel and Jordan Natai. They need to get behind the defense, finish on the rim. You can't just watch Xavier Cooks all day long.
Hilliard to Douglas. The imports team up for a triple. Javonte Douglas. And we've said it a couple of times, he is one man, if you're a Saints fan, you do not want to see get hot. 19 in the last quarter last week against the Nuggets. Here's Mike Smith, speaking of hot.
He's trying to join the superstar crew that we're talking about, and he's showing why. He's had a slow start to the season, but he's cooking at the moment. 20 points now.
Turnover, here he is again, Smith. He'll get up and he'll finish 22.
You can't say get up and then he doesn't board slap. You take the 2 points though.
Can he get up?
I'm going to go with yes.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to go with no. I'm not giving him that after he just did it.
Right. We wanted something a little bit more spectacular.
Any more than that.
Got to get on that highlight show Tuesday night, 7:30. Don't miss it. Sky Sport 2. Here's Hilliard. That's a tough shot. That is a big make.
Huge. It's good defense, though. You know, sometimes you just got to tip your hat to them and go, you know what? You're a world-class scorer. In the corner.
Off balance.
Off balance. Hand in the face.
Yeah, dip your lid.
And just pay attention to when the Saints get into this post action as well. You want to have some movement on the weak side, and it's just a lot of watching at the moment. So I'm sure Guy Malloy, and I see Troy McLean and GM Jordan Mills over there, they'll be telling the boys we need movement on that backside. We can't just sit and watch all day long.
Got the whole crew, haven't they? Here's Vidanovic. Tommy V. Well, he just finds a way to pour in big baskets when it counts. Takes the margin back out to 6. And we know what he can do from the arc, Tom Vidanovic. Averaged, I think, 4.5 threes per game during the showdown, and just under 4 last season. Here's Cooks. Foul. Yep, Xavier Cooks will head to the Racine stripe for a couple of shots.
And doesn't it feel like the Saints have just taken the air out of the game for, you know, the Taranaki Airs and their fan base at the moment? It seems quiet in there. Well, seems quiet here, and yeah, it's doing a good job of playing their own game.
I think you're right. All of a sudden, it feels like we're louder than we normally are.
Yeah, that's right.
And we're normally pretty loud.
Turn our mics down.
Xavier Cooks, what's he done in the game today off that big triple-double on Friday night? He's moved up to 7 points, has 7 rebounds.
He's looked effective. You know, he's taking a bit of a back seat today, and you know, Mike Smith has come out and hooped in this second quarter and looks good at the start of this third quarter, but he's just looked effective. He's done his job. He's made some tough shots. He's made it look extremely easy. And don't worry, he'll still be around late in the fourth quarter if they need him.
No doubt about that. Here's Davison from the corner. That one's off. Rebound. Douglas had it, lost it, flicks it out. Hilliard with that quick release. Fires away. Can't complete it though, and now the Saints. They've got some energy right now. Here's Smith. Just pulls it out. Calls out Dane Samuel to meet him. Gets a switch. Now he goes with a long 2. That one doesn't drop. He's been the star of the show since quarter time. Richie Roger checks his feet, fires away. And at the moment, the shots aren't dropping for the Airs. Saints have it by 8.
Yeah, watch out when Xavier Cooks gets running.
Another little floater. Signals to the referee. Got a big hand. Slapped down the right wrist. But it wasn't enough to prevent the basket, and all of a sudden, Xavier Cooks is starting to get going.
That's scary.
Douglas, short on the iron. Mike Smith, look at him head up. Away he goes. Wants to go all the way, flicks it out. Vidanovic for 3. He can't drop what would have been a big basket in the context of this game. Double digits now. The Saints out by 10.
Yeah, and you just feel like the Saints are taking control of this game.
Roger. Well, Richie Roger knows how to stroke the 3 ball. That's a couple for him tonight. And the Airs desperately trying to get their hometown fans up and going. Midway through the third. Dane Samuel quickly goes to work. Did he drop the shoulder? Referee Matt Bathurst certainly says so. Here's that Richie Roger 3. How did you see that offensive foul, Brooke?
I don't like that call. Maybe, you know, maybe we don't have the same angle.
I think Dane agrees with you.
Yeah, I think Dane's quite hard done by there. But what, you know, I hope Dane stays down there, stays aggressive. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I can see the perplexed look on your face. Hayes Walker into the game now. As the Airs try to respond, this Saints challenge since quarter time has, well, dare I say it, it's reminding me, Brooke, a little bit of the Saints of old. Can I go there?
You can. You can. I say that with a slight hesitation in my voice.
Time out, by the way.
But you are right. They're playing with a pace at the moment that you're so used to the Saints. And Saints play a slick brand of basketball, which we haven't seen, up into essentially the second quarter of this game this season. And hey, there's remnants of Saints of old. It's just about consistency at this point. Can they string this together in the third quarter, fourth quarter, and then push this out to 1 game, 2 game, 3 games? Guy Malloy at the start of this game said that they need to find their defensive identity. I think to an extent, they're beginning to find that in the second and third quarter. And they've had a lot of changes at the beginning of the season as well. They haven't had Xavier Cooks all season long. Jordan Nata and Tane Samuels missed a couple games early.
Yeah. Well, I made some notes coming in. I was prepared to step up and have a crack at Mike Smith and Jordan Natai. They were the two for me that needed to lift. I think they went missing on Friday night, and they've both been impressive today.
I thought you were going with that when you said you were ready to step up, as you're about to lace them up. I'm ready if you need me, guy.
You don't want to see that.
No, but you're absolutely right. And, we can't go past Mike Smith at the moment. He's stepped up and, as we've said a few times in this one, controlled the pace of the game. He's actually looking to push the ball, be aggressive, get to the rim.
Well, I think Natai's been better tonight as well.
Yeah. And just a quick shout out to, Jordan. We're basically family as well, but a quick shout out to our Hippolyte family with the passing of, one of our uncles last night. So Jordan will be playing with a heavy heart tonight, and hopefully the Saints can do it for him.
Yeah, no doubt. I heard that news yesterday. You and I were obviously together down in Dunedin last night, and certainly thoughts with you and the family. And Jordan, well, I think you may have sent him a message there, Brooke, because straight out of that timeout, he's hit another big triple.
Hey, maybe Uncle was watching.
And the Saints back out to that 10-point margin. Can the Airs respond? That's a loose pass from Telfer, easily picked off. Vidanovic, and now Smith skips it out. Look out, Kenneth Tuffin loves these in the corner, and he's off to the Racine line for a 4-point play.
He's playing great. He's just doing his job. Defensively, you know what you're going to get from Kenneth Tuffin. He's going to be in the right place. He's going to be what we've called a couple players already a pest in this game, but a very, very capable shooter. And once again, did a good job on defense, found Mike Smith, he found the open shooter. We're here for the Air 1 4-point play.
Well, heads up Mike Smith, because he was on the charge then down the floor, saw Tuffin in the corner, and when you see Killer KT in the corner,
you find him.
You give him the ball. 4-point play is ticked off for Kenneth Tuffin. That lead at 14 now, and the Airs are just struggling to score. Maybe here, Hayes Walker backs it out. Hilliard, Walker, the lefty, that's off. Rebound, battle, Douglas fouled, doesn't get the roll. Vidanovic, I think, pulled up for the foul. Here's Tuffin in the corner on the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Has a look and a wink.
Yeah, I think he might have got one there.
Fantastic to see. This quarter at the moment is 21-12, and that comes off the back of a 33-16 second quarter. If I do the maths quickly, we're talking about a 54-28 run.
I'm glad you did the math on that. Trying to work that out. It was a huge first quarter, It was 27-16 to the Taranaki Airs after one, and they looked dominant. They looked confident. They looked like they were playing a brand of basketball that, they were proud of, and Saints have kind of just chipped away, and now they're playing a Saints brand of basketball.
Can I just send my thanks to Donvale High School in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne, whoever my maths teacher was. Here's Mike Smith. Natai had a look, goes back to his point guard. Now Telfer with some work to do, because this man's on fire. With the up fake, skipping around, Jordan Natai. Well, that is winding back the clock. That is classic Prince of Porirua.
Which I would like to fight Jordan Natai about one day. Say, hey, you're taking my title there. No, he's most definitely
did you?
No, I never had it. But I like to have a good argument with Jordan Natai. He's most definitely the Prince of Porirua. But you know what that is? As he gets into the lane, Euro steps and takes his time, staying aggressive. But Mike Smith, we keep harping on about him, but he did a good job of drawing to, finding the open man, long closeout. He's allowing the likes of Jordan Natai, Tom Vidanovic, Kenneth Tuffin to play the basketball that they play. If the Saints want to have a push in this season, Xavier Cooks is an absolute superstar. But Mike Smith is going to have to play like this night in and night out.
It has been a real roller coaster in commentary with you this weekend. Last night I found out I was your 4th best friend. Does that mean you've only got 4, or?
No, that was me trying to work out. I just can't work out who the other 2 are just yet, but I know that there has to be a space for someone.
And then I've just learned that you're the original Prince of Porirua.
Well, I can't claim that. I want to claim that, but I can't. It is Jordan's title, but we're both from Porirua, and he was like my little protege growing up.
3 minutes to play in this 3rd quarter. Now that's handy. Anthony Hilliard, much needed basket for the Airs.
And what they've done though is Anthony Hilliard has been so powerful and present with this offense for the Airs. They've slowed him down. So the Airs need to get back into rotations with him, get him off on balls, get him off pin downs, and actually just get out there and shoot the ball.
Started with 3 big triples to get the Airs rolling tonight. Here's Tuffin, has a look. Off the iron, nearly picked off. That pass by Xavier Cooks. And now the Airs look to chip away at this margin. They've won their last 2 of the season here on their home turf. And there's Anthony Hilliard.
Just what we're talking about. He needs to get some shots, but I think Xavier Cooks needs to show a little bit more. There is playing in a bit of a drops, and I don't think you can give Anthony Hilliard that much space.
What can Cooks do back the other way? Goes body to body on Ty Wynyard. And the Airs number 14 fouls Xavier Cooks.
So you just watch here as gets into a bit of a drops, and that's a tough screen for Francis Moverhill to get over there, and he has to do a better job of getting over big Ty Wynyard, but easier said than done. So you can't give someone like Anthony Hilliard, who is leading the league in scoring at the moment and currently sitting on 25 points as we speak, but you just can't give him that much space. So I think Xavier Cooks needs to be a little bit higher on their screen, but at the same time did a good job of seeing the mismatch. Ty Wynyard's dropped a lot of weight and he's looking quicker, but that's a tough matchup when you get Xavier Cooks coming at you full head of pace and head of steam.
Well, fair chance Hilliard's going to live up to his average in this game tonight. 28.5 a game, 5 triples. He currently has 25 and 5 triples.
Yeah, they just need to get him some more shots. It's that simple. He's shooting 8 of 13 at the moment, so he's shooting from a great clip. 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. He just needs to get some more shots.
Cooks adds a couple at one end. Marcel Jones fends off. Can't complete the shot. Has it slapped away by Vodanovic with the steal. Dane, doesn't feel like we've talked about Dane too much tonight.
And just looked in 2 minds there. Just looked a little bit uncomfortable. I think he was playing the pass and playing the contact. He's so athletic. He knows he just needs to go up and finish that on the rim.
5 points and 1 rebound in the game tonight for the Saints number 2. He averages 21.5 a game this season. We've seen a couple of huge performances from him already as an offensive foul is called against the Saints. Guy Malloy, you can see in the background there, up and pacing the sidelines.
Hey, that was your man though, Scott's Alpha. He irked him to that one. It's been the pest that we talked about.
And that's what he does. That's what he does. Here's Richie Roger. Has landed a couple of big blows in this game. They need one right now. Hilliard from the corner. Just a lovely finish. He looks off balance when he shoots, Anthony Hilliard.
They do a good job though. I was watching there. They ran him off 3 separate screens to find that shot and just ball movement and getting around.
Dane going in strong on Marcel. Have a look at this finish from Hilliard. He's just got that strange leg kick out. One leg forward, one leg back. Looks like he's doing the splits in mid-air.
Hey, it's whatever works for you. He's up to 27 now, 9 of 14 shooting. And with a minute to go, he's pretty close to their average. And if the Taranaki Airs want to be a force in this game into this 4th quarter, he's going to have to have a big 4th quarter.
Well, we saw that from Douglas last week, didn't we? Maybe they find him a bit more in the last quarter. Here's Tommy V for 3.
And that's how you beat a zone defense. Got the ball in, shifted the defense, got it to the baseline, up fake. Well, there's a travel. Ran with that puppy. Just didn't catch it, but you're going to beat a zone and allow your shooters like Tommy Vodanovic that type of space. Kick the ball, lazy closeout, find your shooter, as opposed to a one pass, chuck up a three and launch the three. Good offense from the Saints.
That travel from Richie Roger reminded me of stepping onto a conveyor belt at an airport.
Oh, he was running.
Take one step and it felt like 30 metres. Here's Hilu, turn of speed, tough pass back out for Tuffin. And I think Kenneth's just saying, hey, we don't need that right now. Got the lead by 11. We don't need to give the thing back. And now the Airs with a chance to score late in this third. They dominated the first quarter. The Saints have dominated the second and the third. Pressure now on the home team. Douglas, Marcel Jones, Telfa. There was a hand in there from Dane. The Saints with a late chance. No, Douglas gets it back. Back of the iron. Nearly tipped back in by Scotty Telfa. But that'll do us after 3. Saints now lead by 11. Looking good for their second win of the season. Can they do it? We'll find out on the other side of this break. Don't go away.
Right, if you find a GJ Gardner's disc, it'll be under your seats. If you've got one of those, please make your way down to the DJ booth. If you've got one of those, have a look under your seats. Have a look under your seats. If you've got one, come down and Yippee will sort you out. Yes. Yippee! Yeah. Nice, here he is. Gee, Yippee, you're so fast. Right, come on, Pedro. Oh, look at that. Thank you, GJ Gardner. Thank you very much. Wow. Here he is. Yeah, you're the man. The man, Yippee. So have a look around if you got one of those GJ Gardners under your seat. You get yourself a free ball.
Quarter to play here at TSB Stadium. Sunday evening action in the Cells NBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. Down by 11 at quarter time. The Saints now lead by 11, headed into this final stanza. Brooke Rusco joining me today. Justin Nelson with you. It's been a good turnaround. We talked about, Brooke, round 6 has been about swings, and we've seen it once again.
Well, the Saints will have something at the back of their mind as well. We know they played a couple nights ago, and the Canterbury Rams did a good job to claw their way back into the game and take that one. So, you know, they're up 11 at the moment, but they need to close this game out if they want to get their second win for the season. A couple of things really standing out for me at the moment, though. 15 points off turnovers for the Saints, only 6 for the Taranaki Years, and they've done a great job of, we talked about before the game, rebounding was going to be huge for the Saints.
Yep.
The Taranaki Years only have 3 second chance points heading into the start of this fourth quarter. So I think if they can continue to control the pace of the game and make sure that they're not giving the Airs second chance points, they're looking good for this second win of the season.
Here's Xavier Cooks doing well, just held it up, great patience.
And they've got that now. That's a huge factor. The fact that they've got Xavier Cooks, the MVP of the final season.
Hilliard to Douglas. What a big finish between those two.
Athletic.
Man, we saw a bit of that earlier on in the game. He just put it up there and said, go get.
He's going to go get it.
Javonte Douglas with a highlight. Listen to the crowd. They're still talking about it. Certainly found their voice in the arena. And maybe that's the spark. Maybe that's the thing that starts to get the ball flowing and rolling for the Airs.
Well, if that isn't, I don't know what else is going to get them going. That was a beautiful play.
Speaking of get going, hello Xavier Cooks.
Hey, we said Xavier Cooks is going to show up in this fourth quarter, as we see a highlight play there. And he started this fourth quarter. 2 takes to the rim. He just makes it look so easy.
16 in the game now, Brooke. 8 rebounds. If you had told me about half an hour ago that Xavier Cooks was going to finish with a double-double, I maybe would have said, maybe not his day. But all of a sudden, that lead at 12.
There's a reason that NBA teams are chasing his signature at the moment, and I just think it's awesome that we've got a player of his caliber in the league at the moment as he gets his hands in there.
Hilliard, easy finish in the end, a little bit fortuitous. He's up to 29 in the game. There's Darnay Samuel, tough stuff to the basket, backing in. Thought he got a little tap on the cheek.
Just too easy there. Good job though, sensing the mismatch.
Basket for basket early in this last, and there's Hilliard again. Scoring machine.
Absolutely, that puts him over 30 in this ball game with 8 to play here in the fourth quarter, and it looks like he's rolling a little bit here in the fourth. Done a good job, found 2 easy baskets. Also turned the corner, and he was the one that threw that lob as well, so it's looking like he's trying to leave his fingerprint in this fourth quarter. And you know, him and Xavier Cooks are having a little head-to-head that we talked about here at the start of the game.
Just let him play. 11 of 16 in the game for Hilliard. That's his first miss from the line, and that's his first miss from the Racine stripe for the season. He was 9 of 9 coming in, and he was 4 of 4 in this game before that.
He looks like a professional scorer to me.
13 straight. Here's Darnay. Hasn't he come out with a head of steam? Someone's got in the ear of Darnay Samuel at three-quarter time and said, hey, big fella, there's a reason why you're going for 21 points, 6 rebounds, and a couple of triples per game. Have a look at this. Head down. Get out of the way, Javonte.
Big, strong, athletic Darnay Samuel. But this is the scary thing about the Saints. If they can get clicking on all cylinders, it might be one person's night, but it could also be one person's quarter. You know, they're talented enough across the board to have the likes of, as we see a little bit of confusion here, it wasn't an and one, it was 2 at the line. I like that from the ears though, try it.
Why not?
They can only say no, right?
They're taking off, all 5 of them.
But at any point, you know, Michael Smith can take over a ball game. We know what Xavier Cooks can do. Darnay Samuels can light it up quickly. I think Tom Vodanovich is always going to find his. You know, second chance rebounds, pick and pops. Defensively might get some tips, so he's always going to chip away. If they can get the ball rolling, the Saints are going to be dangerous.
Here's Douglas, corner. Davison, a little bit of a skip there. Hilliard pulls up, and another 2 for Hilliard. He is carrying this team on his back.
Absolutely, he makes it look easy. That's a tough shot.
His shoulders look sore.
He looks like he's got big shoulders though. He might be all right.
33 in the game.
Does he get 40?
Well, he's going to go close. He keeps going at this pace. Just under 8 minutes to play. The Airs have to leave him out. Hilou with the turnover. Not a good pass, but they get it back. Look out, Darnay. Got a little bit of a clip on the arm, I think. He's celebrating already. If there's one man in the Cells NBL who knows how to get an opposition crowd going, it's Darnay Samuel.
Absolutely. And he loves it too. That's one thing I can tell you.
Let's have a look at this again. It was a comedy of errors. Now, has he copped one here? Oh, gee, it looked clean from Ty Wynyard.
And you can generally tell by the reaction. There's the, I'm just angry and I made the wrong play, but I'm going to blame the refs. But that was a genuine, ref, I think you made the wrong call there.
And I think that's put Ty Wynyard out of the game. I think that's his 5th foul.
Tough way to go out.
It is. That's his 5th foul. Stats will update in front of us in a moment, but what a way to exit the game. Not what the Airs needed.
And big here from the Saints as well. Johnny Hilou is extremely capable. Just looked a little bit tentative there. Just want him to get on the rim and finish over that He can shoot the three. He's got a nice mid-range. He's strong. He's athletic. So just don't want him second-guessing. That's all that is.
Samuel converts from the Rosine line. He's up to 12 points. Importantly for the Saints, all 5 starters in double digits now. It's been their game since quarter time. Here's Douglas, 19 in the last quarter against the Nuggets last week. But tonight, it's all about Anthony Hilliard.
He's going to keep them in this ball game. And tough once again, like Xavier Cooks is long. He's athletic.
36 in the game for Hilliard. Cooks is fouled. And as we've seen a couple of times already in this game, he's off to the coloured stripe. Here's Hilliard, star of the show tonight for the Airs. 6 triples, 36 in the game. And he is doing everything he possibly can, Brooke, to get his team over the line.
And he's doing it on 13 of 18 shooting. I'm extremely impressed. It's like he took the pace off a little bit there in the third quarter, and maybe he was just saving his legs to come with some heavy hitters and some knockout blows in this fourth quarter. But first 3 minutes, the big names of this ball game are really stepping up. Xavier Cooks looks a lot more aggressive. Anthony Hilliard, as we just talked about.
Man, if he was a B-double, he's an 18-wheeler. Let me tell you, he's carrying a big load tonight, and he's doing it in style. Here's Cooks. Nails another one. Hasn't he come alive? Saints hovering at that 10-point margin. Airs not going away. Home crowd needs to find some voice. This would be big for Davison. And there they are. The crowd, they're up and about.
And he made the shot, but if you're a Saint, if you're Guy Malloy, head coach of the Wellington Saints at the moment, that's the lesser of 2 evils. He's extremely athletic. He can get on the rim. You're just playing the numbers on that. You don't want Anthony Hilliard cooking the way he's cooking. He makes the shot, you tip your hat to him and say, well done.
Cooks, can he respond? Misses everything. Back come the Airs. Let's not forget the Saints led the Rams by 9. Late in that game, the Rams got up by 7. They stormed home. Nervous times for Saints fans. 1-5 on the season. They need a win here. Mike Smith, can he lift them? Shot clock ticking down. Smith will go it alone. No, he gets it back out. Samuel, they've got to shoot. Cooks for 3.
Big 3.
Late in the shot clock. Just the response the Saints needed. You felt the rumble in the Capitol as the fans got up out of their chairs. Underneath, big finish, Carlin Davison.
And that's good defense, but you gotta block out. We've talked about this. They're extremely aggressive on the O boards. If you want to close this game out, if you're the Wellington Saints, you have to box out. Especially the most athletic man in the NBL.
Man, this is fun.
We've talked about this.
If you aren't enjoying the Cells NBL in season 2022, just go and hibernate for the winter. Have a break.
This is good basketball.
Fantastic stuff.
And they're just hanging around. You know, at the moment, you're down 8, but the Wellington Saints have looked dominant.
Just like a bad smell, isn't it? 8
Absolutely.
points. They're not going anywhere, the Airs.
And Wellington needed that rebound. I thought they did a good job. They allowed Jordan Natai to play one-on-one defense with Marcel Jones, who, what we call in basketball, is a professional scorer. He's been doing this for years and years and years, contested well, but on the backside, you just need to box out and take out the legs of someone like Carlin Davison and don't allow him to take flight and get those offensive rebounds.
5:37 to play. Saints by 8. They were shell-shocked in the first. Got off to a slow start, trailed by 11. They dominated the middle periods to the tune of 60-38. And then all of a sudden, the Airs have just flexed a little bit in this last quarter. 17-14 run. Scoring's not going to dry up. These two teams are going to keep going here.
I'll tell you what it is, Justin. Michael Smith has, he's allowed the likes of Xavier Cooks to really take over this ball game, but I think we need to hear his name a little bit more. When that run came in that second quarter and the start of the third quarter, it was all about Mike Smith. And he just needs to get back into it, control the pace of this game, get to the rim, find the open shooters.
He has 22. Kenneth Tuffin's been impressive. He finds a way to the hoop. He can't get the roll, and here come the airs. Douglas, great pass to Jones, and how's the defense from Killer KT?
You're always going to get hustle from him. That's one thing you can guarantee.
He's come from about 5 metres back to get a hand on that.
He was almost in Wellington. He was halfway up the mountain there. Still managed to make it back.
This game is on tenterhooks at the moment. The Airs 3-3, and they look a threat in season 22. The Saints 1-5. They're on the ropes. The heavyweight champs. They've copped some blows to start the season. They need to get back in the fight. A win here would be just what the doctor ordered. Here's Douglas strong to the basket.
That's a grown man move right there. You got to get into the body of someone athletic and a shot blocker like Xavier Cooks, and created the contact. Easy finish, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Saints have got to respond. Smith, who are you going to, Brooke?
I would run a... Well, that works.
That works.
I was going to say I'd run an isolation for my Cooks.
I love that. I love that. What are you doing? Well, that works.
No, I was going to say I would run a high on ball with Mike Smith and Xavier Cooks.
Well, you nearly got it. I think it was
going to happen.
Tomljanovic. Big basket by Mike Smith.
And
24 in the game.
They've got Dane Samuel on the bench at the moment, but I think Kenneth Tuffin has done an extremely good job in tonight's ball game. He's up to 13 points, still sitting on 6 rebounds, but defensively, he's going to get the job done. And they have to get rebounds right there. You cannot allow a team with a storied history like the Wellington Saints to close out games with offensive rebounds.
This would be massive. Can't convert Mike Smith. Turnover, no. Douglas keeps it alive. Davison, Telfer spots up, looks good off the hand. Scotty Telfer.
What a swing. He threw that ball in there, and hustle play, kind of got lucky. Saints could have had that one back, and he comes down and drains a big 3.
Never in doubt.
You call that butter.
Scott Telfer fans rejoice. 6-point margin. Natai gets Roger off the floor and finishes on a tough reverse.
And that's Jordan Natai's ball game. He is so athletic. He's so capable. He needs to do a little bit more of that, in my opinion. And he's given you a bit of dose of everything in this one.
Block called. Scotty Telfer wanted the charge. Mike Smith going in heavy and hot. 94-87.
Just over a minute ago, what name do we need to hear a little bit more of? Mike Smith, and he's taken this ball game over in this last minute and extended the lead and slowed down the momentum that the Airs were beginning to build in. If you get Xavier Cooks and Mike Smith on the same pace to close out this game, with the likes of Jordan Natai being strong and aggressive.
Tail of the tape, 6 Saints in double-digit scoring. Airs have 2. Ty Wynyard and Marcel Jones both out of the game with 5 fouls. We won't see them again. The Saints are hanging on. That lead now at 9, under 4 minutes to play. You know the Airs will keep coming. This is a different team in season 22. They're tough, they're resilient. Telfer turns it over. Xavier Cooks with the handles. Off to Vodanovic, a dagger, no. Can't drop what would have been a massive shot. In the context of this game, that would have been pretty big as well.
And you're right, they just can't get that dagger that they're chasing. No, I think they're good shots. It's a wide open 3 for a proven 3-point shooter in Tommy Vodanovic. Just can't hit that dagger at the moment, and vice versa on the other end. Scott Telfer, he stayed aggressive, and that's what you want to see. But 3 minutes into this ball game, or 3 minutes left in this ball game, sorry, you want Anthony Hilliard with the ball in his hands.
I was going to say, can I put my coach's hat on and just put a tip out there? Get the ball to Anthony Hilliard. 13 of 19, 36 points in the game. Just find him.
Yeah, and I watched that one. He just sat in the corner there. I think he was waiting for the ball to come, and too easy.
Oh, big block, Carlin Davison. I was about to say, easy basket here for Mike Smith. Davison responds, and so too does Scotty Telfer.
Well, what do we know? What do we know? Scotty Telfer, 2 big threes in this fourth quarter to keep it close for the Taranaki year, and
Just get the ball to Scotty Telfer.
yeah, what do we know?
Who's Hilliard?
Mike Smith just needs to go and finish that other one on the other side of the rim as well.
It's that 6, tough pass for Tommy Vodanovic. Saints will keep it. Man, the ebbs and flows in this game.
Just staying in the ball game. 6 points, 2 minutes to go. And one thing I do know,
it's been overturned, reversed.
big call.
Big call. 2:45 to go. Big reversal right there.
One thing that becomes a habit is winning. The other thing that becomes a habit is losing. In the Taranaki years have won 3 in a row. You get used to it. You always think about a team like,
Was there a foul there?
He's called for the foul.
He thought it was. Definitely a hand on the ball.
you know, think about a storied franchise.
He's been teed up.
Always going for it. That's huge too.
Hilliard cops the tech. That is huge. Here's the replay. Oh, a little bit tough to tell from that. But all of a sudden, the Saints have a chance, maybe just a mini dagger here. And you want it in Mike Smith's hands.
Absolutely, the way that he's playing at the moment, but it puts him up to 27 points right there. But what I was saying is that it just becomes a habit. And Wellington haven't had the season that they're used to. They've lost a few games, and it kind of just plays tricks with you and just sits in the back of your mind there that you gotta, it just becomes a little bit harder to close out games, and the Airs have closed out the last three ball games. So Wellington need
it's a long way to go.
have a solid 2.5 minutes here to close out this ball game and get their second win of the season.
Mike Smith, 27 in the game. You'd have to find out from Coach Guy Malloy, but I think we'd be spot on in saying he was in the doghouse in the first quarter.
Absolutely. Played 3 minutes.
He has responded in a massive way. Mike Smith! Wow, if you don't mind.
Bang!
Forget the doghouse.
He's up in the penthouse suite right now.
He is in the penthouse. You're spot on. 30 points in the game for the Saints, number 24.
And look, he wants the ball. That's the difference. He wants the ball right now.
It's room service in the penthouse for Mike Smith.
And he's calling for isolation plays. He's playing with a confidence that we haven't seen up until this point. And
here he goes again. Not on this occasion. Maybe last roll of the dice here for the Airs. Douglas senses the urgency. Hilliard. Loose ball. Saints come up with it. Surely they're headed for win number 2. Tom Vodanovic looks to Mike Smith and says, Mike, just settle it down.
And a huge defensive play right there. The two bigs, Tommy Vodanovic and Jordan Nata, did a good job there, but Kenneth Tuffin, as he does all game long, on cue.
Speak of the devil, Killer KT.
He was there on defense. Mike Smith has done this all game long. He got into the paint. Kenneth Tuffin has hit another 3. That's 4 of 7 for him now, up to 16 points in this ball game.
What a game. Sunday evening action in the Sal's NBL. Kenneth Tuffin, star tonight for the Wellington Saints. Great crowd in attendance. They have seen one heck of a ball game, Brooke.
They have. It might go down tonight, but it's been you're right, it's been a tough contest. Wellington Saints are, dare I say it, I might jump on your ship right now, but looking like the Wellington Saints of old. One thing that the Wellington Saints have always had, from the glory days of Kenny McFadden to now, is a point guard, an elite point guard. You talk about the point guards the Wellington Saints have had, talk about the Lindsay Saints. The Lindsay Saints, the Lindsay Tates, but he would have liked that too.
Nice slip of the tongue.
The Shea Ellies, Dion Brewster.
The Saints Illies, who?
Dion Brewster was immense last year.
Can't do anything with that.
No, you can't, you can't. But Mike Smith has proven his worth in this game, and if they get this Mike Smith every single night, they're going to be tough.
I reckon he was at the crossroads. in the first quarter of this game, I'm prepared to say that Mike Smith, in his career at the Wellington Saints, was at the crossroads.
Well, he crossed it well.
He crossed it very, very well. He responded in the best way possible. 30 points in the game, 6 rebounds, 4 steals, no turnovers, 6 assists, 3 triples. MVP performance by Mike Smith tonight.
And I want to say he's got more than 6 assists. I tell you, the New Zealand NBL was the hardest league to get assists in. Unless it's an alley-oop, it's not an assist. So I'll say he's got maybe 8 or 9.
Can the Airs respond? They have so many times since the opening quarter. Douglas out. Telfa, he's nailed a couple. That's well short. Someone left the door open from the opposite direction. And surely that's enough now for the Saints. Hard to believe they were down by 11 at quarter time.
And how good did the Taranaki Years look in that first quarter? And it was literally just a paradigm shift from this man right here that took over the ball game. Put the Saints on his back, and you know, yes, he does have 30 points tonight, but Xavier Cooks had a quiet, in my opinion, 20 points.
Douglas a big finish. Well, they've got 6 players in double digits. And if you do that consistently, you're going to win games of basketball.
Especially if one of them's got 30.
Absolutely.
And the other one's got 20, and Kenneth Tuffin shipped in with 16 off the bench, which is huge. One thing that has been a little bit of a worry potentially for the Saints, which we're not used to, though, is the depth of the bench for the Wellington Saints. And Kenneth Tuffin just, proved who Kenneth Tuffin is tonight.
Now, can I just chip in here? This is the first time these two teams met. They may be playing head-to-head later this season for a spot in the finals. That's the way things could pan out. We've got 7 seconds to play. The Saints lead by 11. Don't stop.
I don't think they are either.
Try and put another score on the board. Head-to-head could be important between these two.
I hear what you're saying.
Well, that's the sort of stuff that may hurt. But right now, forget about that. The Saints, down by 11 at quarter time, have won this game by 11. What a performance.
What a performance. And, we're going to harp on it. 30 points in just under 30 minutes from Mike Smith. Xavier Cooks, he is the superstar of this league. And there's a few times in there when he proved why. 7-11 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. And just a quiet double-double once again, 10 rebounds. Kenneth Tuffin off the bench, and Jordan Ngatai looked like he found a little bit more of a rhythm that we expect from Jordan Ngatai. And he's on the other side. How good is Anthony Hilliard?
He's a gem, there's no doubt about that.
You sure he's 35?
He's a 35-year-old gem.
35 with 36 points tonight. I don't know if he's 35. He's out there running like he's 27.
If I could score a point for every year that I've been on this earth, I'd be going pretty well. How about that? Hilliard, as you said, 36. Look at that scoring spread for the Saints. And to me, that is the tail of the tape right there.
Yeah. And that's we've said it a couple of times now, that is beginning to look like the Saints of old. Can they ride this wave? That's the next question. Yes, they got the win, but can they get another one? Can they push this out and have 2, 3, 4 wins in a row?
And importantly, worst rebounding team in the competition. They were very good on the boards tonight.
Yeah, they did a number, and Ty Wynyard fouled out, and he only had 6 rebounds, which is huge.
Xavier Cooks with another double-double. A triple-double on Friday night, a double-double tonight. Javonte Douglas played well. Mike Smith, just sublime. 6 assists there. We've got him down for about 9 or 10. Some blocks, and we'll tick it over into the steals as well. And look who's leading the list there. What a game.
What an absolute game. And the other thing that catches my eye is 23 points off turnovers for the Wellington Saints, only 6 for the Taranaki Years. So they did a good job of punishing them off their turnovers and getting out and running.
Looking ahead, round 6 is not complete. Don't go away. Come back and join us tomorrow afternoon from 3 on Sky Sport. Tuatara back at home, and they're taking on the Jets, who are going in off a win.
Yeah, they'll be fizzing after that big win over the Franklin Bulls, and the Franklin Bulls will be hurting at the moment. They need to get back into their winning circle, and they're just waiting on Corey Webster to get in between those 4 lines, and once he gets in there, there's 40 points for you, so I'm sure that will help out.
join us tomorrow from 3 p.m. for that one. Looking ahead to round 7, it starts with the Hawks taking on the Sharks. Speaking of good things starting, Ta'ihi Basketball Aotearoa coming your way from June 29 with thanks to GJ Gardner Homes, and Sky Sport will have you covered every single game live. Not too far away. Tip-off on June 29. Look, word for the Airs. The Airs, 3-4 on the season. Don't sleep on them. They were good in patches. They were good early in this game. They came up against a desperate team for a win. I think the Airs are going to be right there in the battle for the final 6. But the story of this game tonight, the Saints, they moved to 2-5, and maybe that threat that we all know is coming has arrived.
Yeah, they might have just put the rest of the league on watch there. You know, they'll be just disappointed with that game against the Rams. They would have hoped to get 2 on the weekend, but you know, take that one and can that momentum keep rolling? I know we talked about a couple of people, Xavier Cooks and Mike Smith, but I was also very impressed with Jordan Atai finding that rhythm again.
Go and have a break, mate. It's been a big weekend.
Ooh, tell you what,
on fire. The Saints get this one by 11. Hope you've enjoyed it. Sal's NBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. It's been wonderful so far, and it's going to keep getting better. Catch us tomorrow from 3 p.m. Tuatara up against the Jets. We'll see you then.